I'm Skipp. I'm an artist from Jackson. I call it Jafrica. And I just want to know if I can kick it.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Kick it.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
I grew up on the South Side. I was born and lived in Pleasant Hills until I was in 7th grade, and then I moved out south. It was just me and my mom. Just typical me and my mom type things, a lot of conflict, because I wanted to be a man a lot sooner than I probably was. Growing up, one thing that my mother reminds me of all the time now is something that I told her when I was in 8th grade. I don't even remember the girl's name, but I was crazy about her, and she liked a dude that was obviously dumb. And I told her just being smart ain't cool. So that was kind of my rationale. She she was very disappointed in that, but luckily we were able to fight through it. Went to high school with the same mindset. It was all about having fun. And I ended up graduating high school with a 1.4 GPA. I remember going to the library because I wanted to graduate, really because I didn't want the embarrassment of being a repeat senior. So I had decided that if I didn't graduate and I didn't go to summer school and couldn't graduate, then I would probably just get my GED, because I wasn't going back to school to let people know that I was a failure. But I went to the library, and the school principal, the school counselor, and the senior class sponsors were in the library. So I walk in and I ask them if I made it, and the answer was no, you didn't, which was pretty heartbreaking. But the reason that I didn't make it was because I didn't pass Algebra 2. But to be blessed, my teacher, Mr. Bridges, and I tell him thank you every time I see him, allowed me to retake the exact same test that I failed. And Mr. Bridges kind of helped me so that I could pass it, so that I could graduate. And the promise that I had to give the principal, the 2 sponsors, and the counselor was that I wouldn't act a fool at graduation. So I graduate high school, and I'm playing video games every day, kicking it. I had no plans to go to college because I hated high school. Why would I like college? And then I learned that college and high school are nothing alike. So at that point, my mother actually put me in the car and drove me to Hines and registered me for classes. And at Hines, I realized that I had a lot more ability than even I was aware of, because even college came easy. But the thing that jumps out at me the most is that I realized at that point, smart dudes get all the girls. And once I figured that out, you know, it was all A's or nothing. Like, to be smart was now desirable. The process of educating, of learning, became so empowering that even though I eventually started out doing it for immature reasons, as I matured, the success took a whole nother meaning. And that's the thing that I would like most people to realize now, is that even though it may seem like you're going to school for your mother, even though it seems that you're going to school for a job, even though it seems that you're going to school because that's where your friends are, the more you learn and the more that you apply yourself, typically the more you'll begin to understand the importance of those pursuits. If you're not going to high school, what are you going to do? You know, like, what? If high school is not the answer, well, what is the question? If you leave in high school without a plan, or you going into college without a plan, for the most part, you're probably wasting time. And in capitalism, capitalism teaches you that money is one of the most valuable commodities that you have. But I would raise that and say that time is. Jawanza Kanjufu says that if you ask people if they want time, money, or land, mature people will tend to say land because they understand that it appreciates in value. Immature people will say money, but brilliant people will say time. Because if you don't have time, neither of the other two matter. Education is one of the most important things that you can do, even though it seems like the biggest waste of your time, because it gives you a different point to speak from. Like people assume great rappers or great comedians or great entertainers are typically blessed and talented, and I agree with that, but they're also the ones that you see a lot are really hardworking. And disciplined, and those that work ethic you're not going to learn on the farm anymore, so you learn in the classroom. That discipline you're not going to learn at the end of a whip, you're going to learn because of your studies and how you organize yourself and how you compete in those activities. Really brings a lot of what's inside of you out to the forefront because you're consuming that information. Like, one has to consume an enormous amount of information to be able to relate things that may not necessarily be related, to see connections that other people may not see, like having a more systemic worldview, seeing how things are alike and how those things interact, impacts you outside of the classroom. Like, it impacts how you're able to be a leader in life, because you're able to talk to people about different things and see how other issues may be related and how you can solve problems. And one thing that our world has now more than ever is problems. What you gonna do if you drop out? What is the plan after you walk out of this school for the last time? Like, what are you going to do then? Because typically the answer is very short-sighted. Don't make a decision at 17, 16, at 15 that you're going to regret for the rest of your life. Like, I would not allow my 15-year-old self to make decisions for my 31-year-old self. Like, that is insane in and of itself, if you want to think about it. Like, at 15, the impact that I should have on my life should be as negligible as possible. Like, I may have learned some lessons, but I didn't make any decisions. And once you walk away, the sooner you walk away, the longer you're going to be away, and the harder it is going to be for you to come back. So don't make decisions for your adult self as a child. High school is the first step in your journey of adulthood. The same people that talk about dropping out or not completing high school will probably balk at somebody telling them that their child is going to tell them how to spend their money. Well, that's exactly what you're doing. Like, you're allowing your 15-year-old child to tell its 30-year-old parent self what its options are going to be, where it can or can't work, where it will or won't stay. And those things are just extremely, extremely dangerous. Him who make idol do it for others to worship. Same man took man and providing for purchase. Same man pollute the ground and leave us earthless. Same man tell you it's no God or purpose. I refuse to listen to that devil. Fight for the Lord, never mind the medal, like I never settle. God made man, man made the ghetto. So who are you, a man or the ghetto? God ain't Geppetto, free will means no strings. Happiness be inside of no things. Television and radio raising offspring. Poverty and greed makes cage birds sing. Song of sorrow so tomorrow would bring trinkets from the devil and convertibles in spring. Butt naked beauties with booties this bouncing. Told you leave your tall tee, embrace skinny jeans. So him follow instructions, him never read a thing. It's just as many jacks as there are kings. Not as many jokers, but we keep on hoping. Pain enters body after bullet leave machine. Manufactured for murder, money under Serta. Sealy Posturpedic, the Pope can issue a edict. Bull sugar, honey, iced tea. Read it. Our enemies are seated at the table and they're working collectively. I wonder why this state must keep on compressing me. Police and we killing us, so prisons be getting we, because they prison industrial complex is slavery. Education is one of those things that separates average men from great ones.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can.